Do you actually think Israel is an apartheid state?
It cannot be an apartheid state. There's 2 million Muslims and Arabs living in the state.
Yeah, but that's
Equally able to vote, equally able to get employed and employ people, and they can get elected to government. How is this an apartheid system?
There's still a lot of discrimination towards Arabs done by Israel.
There's discrimination towards Jews done by Arabs. Can you name a single Jew living in Gaza?
You know, Israel's goal is to actually take over Gaza now.
Ah, really? This is not a government position. Who told you this?
Wait, yo, hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I know. I think I've seen your content on TikTok, bro.
Do you like the content or do you hate it?
Hate's a strong word, brother.
You what?
Hate's a strong word, bro.
You hate it then?
I don't hate it, bro. Hate's a strong word.
Okay, so you dislike it.
I never said I dislike it. I mean, I would say, I do support Palestine, but, like, it's complicated, brother.
Do you understand the logic in my videos, though?
I see your side, bro.
I mean,
I can't believe I made it onto your shit, though. I can't believe. I'm from America, though. I'm not Palestinian, though.
You're not supposed to be. 50% of my followers are from America.
Oh, word. I mean, what do you think about the whole conflict, though?
I mean, I want to ask you first. I mean, you know what I think about the conflict because you watch my content, but I want to know what you think about the conflict. Why do you support Palestine after what they've done on October 7th? And even before October the 7th, it's not history didn't start on October 7th, and both you and I know this. So I want to know your opinion about Palestine versus Israel.
My opinion? Shit, man. Here's the thing. I mean, they say, like, you say it started on October 7th, but there's a whole history behind it.
It's not what I said. I said this started way before October the 7th. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said October the 7th is
1948.
just the biggest one, the biggest terror attack out of all of them. But we had terror attacks during the first Intifada, during the second Intifada. We had terror attacks, 2015, we had the knife Intifada. So this, of course, did not start on October the 7th. We had the Hebron massacre in 1929, before 1948. We had the Safed looting in 1834, 64 years before the Zionist movement came to be.
Do you think Palestine should have their own country?
I don't think it's possible. And you know why I don't think it's possible?
Yeah, why?
Because they believe that all of this country belongs to them. That's why. And if that's their way of thinking, we have no way to move forward because we've offered a two-state solution 6 times. 6 times a two-state solution was offered, and every single time was declined. Why? Because they're not willing to share the land with Jews. So how do you think that all of a sudden a two-state solution is going to work if it was refused 6 times?
I mean, I think I did my research on why it didn't work. So what was the latest two-state solution?
2008.
2008. Was it one offered by Donald Trump or something? Or
No.
there wasn't.
No, there wasn't. 2008 gave them pretty much 96% of the land of the West Bank and the entirety of Gaza, which they already had because we left in 2005. And then they had some complaints about, it's not like a connected country. So we even offered to connect the country somehow. We gave them all of the needs that they needed to have sovereignty over the land, but they refused.
What about y'all settlements in the West Bank, though?
The settlements don't contribute to the conflict at all.
I mean, kind of does. I mean, didn't I heard that, like, did you debate Hamza once?
I did.
Oh, how did it go?
It went well.
Oh wait, I have to say, I even though I support Palestine, I feel it's complicated because you're famous on TikTok, and I don't want to like.
But I'm not famous on TikTok because I do stupid shit like Hamza. I'm famous on TikTok because people from the Palestinian side watch my stuff, they research my stuff, and then they come to a conclusion. I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm just telling you research what I say and come to a conclusion. Hamza tries to evoke an emotion in the people that watch him. Dalton tried to evoke an emotion in the people that watch him. I don't try to evoke any emotion. I give you the fact. Don't believe me? Research. Come back to the table.
I believe you. I believe you. But like, I think that like, here's the thing. The reason like I support. Here's the thing though. Like
you live in America, right?
I live in America.
If America was attacked by Mexico and they invaded the border and killed as many people as they could find, people in Coachella, and they took your family hostage, really, genuinely, I'm asking you.
Oh, I would feel upset, but like thing is, I'm going to Mexico, and that's a different narrative because you know why? First of all, I'm going to Mexico, but in December, and you can't. That's a little.
I'm not.
That's kind of
I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it as a
it's
possible
like it's
scenario.
kind of a bad example to make though.
Why? Okay, let's
They're
take.
already doing that right now, bro.
Let's take the Mexican cartel, which is very possible they can do something like this. Okay, let's take the Mexican cartel. The Mexican people are amazing people. I'm not giving this example to insult the Mexicans. Really, I have nothing bad against the Mexicans. I'm just giving you this because
I know,
you guys share the border with Mexico. We share the border with Gaza. Imagine the same thing happening to you in the United States. You live in Texas. They invade your border. They rape women.
I don't live in Texas, bro.
I'm just giving you an example. I know you don't live in Texas.
One of my family members got sucker punched by an illegal immigrant.
Okay.
So,
It's not the same. It's not the same. This is the biggest terror attack against Jews since the Holocaust in Israel. Israel has every right to go to war. Hamas is hiding behind civilians, making you see dead women and dead babies and dead children and amputated limbs, which is going to get you emotional. This was the strategy of Hamas all along.
What makes you think that?
I'm going to ask you this. Did Hamas build a single shelter for Palestinians in Gaza?
No.
Why?
I'm not supporting Hamas, bro. I even hate Hamas, even as a pro-Palestinian.
Do you think Hamas should be obliterated?
Honestly, do I think they should be Here's the thing. You guys killed their leader like a week ago, and you guys celebrate after that while 101-year hostages are held stranded in Gaza. It didn't seem like y'all care about y'all hostages.
What do you mean?
Even though...
The only reason why there's soldiers physically in Gaza right now is to take care of the hostages. If we wouldn't care about the hostages, we would have dropped bombs all over Gaza and ended this war on October 8th. Why do we have soldiers in Gaza? Why do we have 775 soldiers dead, gone from this ground? People, my friends, why do we have them dead if we don't care about the hostages?
October 7th, you lost people?
What do you mean?
Like, did you lose anybody you knew you lost?
Of course. I knew people that worked with me at the restaurant that I worked in. Of course I knew. Every single person in Israel.
You know what, bro? You know what? I have to say, bro, I'm sorry about your loss, man.
Thank you.
But I see your side. Like, I'm not gonna tell you how I feel. I have a lot of stuff about Israel stuff. Even as an American citizen, I have a lot of like things I have against Israel. I don't want to tell you that because like I just want to hear your side, man.
If you were in Israel's position, okay, and you were attacked on October the 7th, how would you have responded?
I would respond, probably done some ground invasion.
Which is exactly what's happening.
Killing kids, I would have not done that.
But the killing kids is a cost of war. In every war, you'll have civilians that die. There's not a single war. There's not a single war.
Israel did it intentionally, though.
How is this intentional if you release leaflets from the sky, if we send text messages, if we call people to tell them to evacuate? Why doesn't Hamas take any accountability for the civilians that die?
Because Hamas don't even care about... Hamas is like another sort of corrupt government. And you know why they elected for Hamas, though?
Why?
Because there was corruption in the PA. There was corruption in both Palestinian governments.
The PA would have been a lot better for the Palestinians in Gaza.
Yeah, but neither government was good. The PA has been missing for the past 20 years. It's been missing, okay? Plus, there are a bunch of Holocaust deniers.
They're not missing. The PA controls the West Bank. They were overthrown. They were physically, literally thrown from roofs in Gaza by Hamas. They were dragged down the streets of Hamas with motorcycles, with vehicles.
But the PA isn't good either. Both Palestinian governments are bad. I believe that both Palestine should have their own country.
I'm not saying that the PA...
Otherwise, there's never going to be any peace, man.
I'm not saying that the PA is any better. I don't think that the PA should be controlling the West Bank as well. I think a different system should be put in place. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm telling you this. You said, I believe a ground invasion should happen. There has been a ground invasion for the last year. People still die in war. People still die in war. If people fire rockets from buildings without taking care of shelters for the civilians, why are you blaming Israel? Why don't you blame Hamas? Why does nobody blame Hamas?
Like, here's the thing. You guys are like Hamas this, Hamas that.
Of course, it's Hamas that's guilty.
Hamas that. And you can't fully blame Hamas.
I can fully blame Hamas for doing what they did without thinking about the civilians in Gaza.
Yeah, well, Israel actually done a lot of worse shit than Hamas had actually done.
Name them. Come on, I want to know.
Okay, you know, before the formation of Israel, you know the 3 underground terrorist groups?
Which ones?
Haganah, Lahi,
They were not terrorist groups. You know why they formed?
Oh yeah, they were.
You know why they formed? You know what they formed? They formed because they were constantly attacked by Arab groups. And they went from defense to offense because Jews realized, hey, we're not just going to take this shit for no reason. And they formed...
You don't even know about the terrorist group, so I mentioned it to you, bro.
I know about Haganah. Do you know about the King David Hotel bombing?
Yo, yeah, that was done by y'all.
Why? Why were they bombing the King David Hotel?
So y'all can have the British withdraw from
Because
you.
because the headquarters, you said I don't know anything about it, so this is me proving to you that I know stuff about it. They bombed the King David Hotel because this was the headquarters of the Brits in Jerusalem. Okay?
Okay.
That's why they did it. This was a military target. Why do Palestinians attack innocent civilians? Why do they stab women? Why do they shoot innocent
And
people?
Israel doesn't?
No, they don't. And if they do, they
Sure?
warn. If they do,
they
warn.
100% do, bro. There's so much proof that Israel does.
If they do, they warn the civilians. It's not deliberate. It's not deliberate. If I release leaflets, it's not deliberate.
Was it deliberate when a settler killed a Palestinian?
When what? When what?
An Israeli settler
I
killed a
thought we're talking about Gaza, and if a settler kills an innocent Palestinian for no reason, I condemn it. Why can't
sure?
Yes, I'm condemning it right now. If you don't come to stab me or shoot me or run me over, I have no right to kill you. No right.
Do you actually think Israel is an apartheid state?
It cannot be an apartheid state. There's 2 million Muslims and Arabs living in the state.
Yeah, but that's
equally able to vote, equally able to get employed and employ people, and they can get elected to government. How is this an apartheid system?
I mean, I'm not saying it's kind of like, here's the thing. There's a lot of, I did my research on if Israel is an apartheid state, because that's a little strong. Like apartheid's like South Africa.
There's nothing similar to South Africa and Israel. Nothing.
There's still a lot of discrimination towards Arabs done by Israel.
There's discrimination towards Jews done by Arabs. Can you name a single Jew living in Gaza?
Yeah, guess what? There's discrimination towards everybody. I live in America, bro.
Okay, so America is an apartheid state? Right now, there is a discrimination in America. Does that mean that America is an apartheid country?
What about the West Bank? There is definitely apartheid.
The West Bank is not Israel, and Gaza is not Israel.
Yeah, well, it's under Israel's military occupation.
There's Area A, which is under Palestinian Authority, under the Oslo Accords. There's Area B, which is controlled both by the Palestinian Authority and by the IDF, by Israel. And there's Area C, which is only Israel.
Maybe if Israel should probably withdraw from the West Bank, maybe that will lead to peace.
It doesn't contribute to the conflict. The settlements have no connection to the conflict. Nothing.
Sure?
Yeah.
You think it started October 7th?
There hasn't been a single settlement in Gaza since 2005. Why did they attack?
Why do you think? Okay,
Answer my question also. I don't want to be the only one answering your question. There hasn't been a single settlement in Gaza since 2005. Jews were withdrawn from their homes in 2005 by force by the IDF. Why did they attack on October 7th?
Why? Because Hamas. That's what Hamas does. They're terrorists, bro.
Okay, so do you believe that Hamas should be obliterated? Yes or no?
No, but here's the thing. You don't just got Hamas, bro.
I just want to know if you think Hamas should be obliterated.
Do I think Hamas should be obliterated? Honestly, I don't support what they did. I think what they did was evil, but honestly, I don't know, man.
So you don't think that a group that entered Israel and raped women and burned people alive and beheaded people, you don't think they should be obliterated?
Did Israel burn people alive?
No, they didn't burn. Listen, when you bomb a building and a fire starts, it's different than intentionally starting a fire and burning people in their home.
Yeah, they did it intentionally. You never know if there was hostages there, bro.
I never know if there's hostages.
You know Israel's goal is to actually take over Gaza now?
Ah, really? This is not a government position. Who told you this?
No, Israel's actually trying.
This is not a government position. Who told you this?
Who told me this? Man, nobody told me this.
So why are you getting to this conclusion? Because you saw a video on TikTok of some settler saying that Gaza belongs to them? It's not a government position.
No, it's not just that. Israel's goal is to colonize the whole entire
It is not
Middle
true.
East.
Why would Israel withdraw from Gaza in 2005 if that's their intention?
Now they want Gaza. They want to do it as a punishment towards October 7th.
You are blatantly lying to my viewers right now, and it's a shame.
I like your side of your story, though, but here's the thing. I'm still going to stand with Palestine. I'm still against what Israel is doing.
You know, the funny thing is you guys can never take any accountability for what the people in Gaza did on October the 7th, for what the people in Lebanon did on October 8th when they fired more than 10,000 rockets until this day into Israel. No accountability when Iran fired 200 ballistic missiles into Israel, and he skipped because he's scared.